Well, we have seen ourselves stumble again at the hurdle of beating a team that is struggling so far this season, and it's just so hard to watch. We already did it once against the Portland Timbers just a couple of weeks back, where they only had one win so far in the season, and then they absolutely slapped us up. Sporting Kansas City so far this season had 0 wins, only about 4 goals scored or 3 goals scored so far this season. And they came here, not only, I believe, we haven't conceded a single goal at home this season, and we conceded twice. And 3 of the goals so far that Sporting Kansas City have scored this season have again against us. So in a total of 5 goals, 3 of them were against the Sounders. I mean, I don't know where to get started with this game. I think the lineup was a bit interesting. We already saw Alex Roldan struggle so much at the left back position. Then we decided to persist with him again in this game, and he got cooked. That left side was so vulnerable, and that was the side where both of our goals were conceded. And it was just so hard to watch him play in that left back spot. And it kind of goes back to what I've said multiple times throughout the season is we need an actual left back to back up Nouhou. Because if we don't actually have a out and out left back in that position when Nouhou is not available. And then Alex Roldan can drop. He has some good games, don't get me wrong, but then some really poor games. And then, I mean, obviously he's no competition in the right back position, or even, I guess, in the left back position, since now I guess he's a backup for us in that spot. And, you know, he can drop these performances, and Brian Schmetzer will keep persisting and keep playing him because we have no out-and-out backup right or left backs. And he can't play in that role, and we paid the price in today's game. I did like the idea of maybe playing Eber at the 10, or I believe it was maybe Nico in the 10, Eber out wide. I think offensively, we put the right pieces out there, but it didn't click. And Jordan Morris, Nicolás Lodeiro, I know Nico scored the penalty in this game, but really didn't play that well all in all in this game. I didn't think he played that well outside of the penalty. And Jordan Morris has been really, really cold since his hot streak to start this season. Those 2 players, I mean, we're going to talk about them as being like the big players for us this season. They got to clutch up in games when we need them the most. They did not clutch up. Lodeiro, Morris, they haven't clutched up for us for the most part now recently. And these are the games we need them. This is where they get paid, the big bucks. This is where they get the praise. We can't talk about them as these amazing players if they're not going to clutch up for us this season. I know they've done what they've done in the past, but if I'm talking about the here and now, giving them the contracts, the money, the payment that they get, they need to be being Sporting Kansas City. And it's frustrating to see the Sounders. It was kind of written in the walls a little bit from us that we're the team that's on top of the table. Sporting Kansas City, 0 wins, 3 goals scored, haven't won this season. They come to Lumen Field and they beat us when we hadn't even conceded a goal up to this point, to this game. We went from conceding none at home to 2 at home to a team that has only scored 3 goals so far this season. And I just think that's just mind-blowing, and I think a little bit has to come down to the big players. I really did like Cody Baker's introduction. I know, given one shining light, and also Obed played really well. Hats off to Obed because he was amazing. But Cody Baker actually played really well, I felt like, on the left back spot. Added something a little bit different for us out left. Granted, it didn't start so well when Alex Roldan was on the left, so maybe it's not saying much, but I think he was pretty good when he came on. But all in all, it was just such a frustrating day. And most Sounders fans, it's not acceptable. A draw, a loss against Sporting Kansas City when they had 0 points going into this game, I don't think we would take that one bit. And, you know, next match is against Austin SC, another team that is struggling. Will the Sounders, again, like they did with Portland and now today with Kansas City, are they going to jumpstart Austin FC season as well, becoming more and more Charity FC? If you're struggling this season, to all the MLS teams, come play the Sounders because they'll jumpstart your season. And that's just so annoying for me to have to say. But boys and girls, my opinion only matters so much. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I wasn't planning to do a match review after this game, but because of the loss, I wanted to have a place where we can all talk about what we think went wrong. I could be wrong. You guys could be right. I don't know. This is just what I'm thinking of off the top of the dome after the game. As you can see, I'm right outside the stadium. But boys and girls, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Smash the like button because it'll make me feel better and it'll make you feel just a little bit better after today's upsetting result. So I hope you guys all have a lovely day.